Google Docs headers, footers, page numbers. You can modify the layout of your document by utilizing the header and footer sections and inserting page breaks. Headers and footers usually contain additional information like page number, date, document name, and footnotes. Page breaks and horizontal lines create separation in the text and can increase readability. In this lesson, you'll learn how to insert and edit headers, footers, and footnotes. And you will also learn how to insert page breaks and horizontal lines. I'm going to scroll down to the What You Will Do section. And the first step in this is to create a new file. So open our example file. I'm going to click here. And as I do, please remember to make file and make a copy so that you can edit that document. I'm going to rename mine as an example, Google Docs, headers and footers. And I'm also going to make sure that I have that in my DAR folder. Oh, I don't think I actually clicked on that. Let me make sure that I do have it in my DAR folder. So I'm going to click on the file folder, DAR, move. Make sure that it is in my DAR folder. Let's go back over to our directions, and it says number 2, insert a header on the first line, type first edition. On the second line, type March 2021. So I'm going to go back over to my document. I'm going to double click above the word green, and I'll know that I'm typing my header because it says header down below. So I'll type first edition. Below that, I will type March 2021. Make this a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing here. It also says to highlight it and right align it. So I'm going to highlight it there. I'll make sure it's right aligned. And then the next thing is to make sure that the first line is bold. So I'm going to highlight it again, click bold. So now I can go back over to my directions. And it says right align, like we just did, the text you just entered, and bold the words first edition. We just did that. Now we can go on to number 4. In the footer, insert a page number and right align it. I'm going to go back over to my document. I'm going to scroll down to almost to the bottom. I'm going to double click on the bottom, and I know I'm typing in my footer because it now says footer. I'll go over to insert, click page numbers, and I'm going to choose this page number, but I want it to be right aligned, so I'm going to highlight it and right align it. I click off of there. I can scroll on to my next page number, and I see it does increase to 2, 3, and it would continue on. So let's go back over to Canvas to see what our next step is. It says in the footnote, select the hyperlink and use the cut feature to remove it. All right, so let's look at this really quickly. Down here at the footnote, notice there's a difference between a footnote and a footer. This footnote just simply refers to a statistic or a reference from earlier in the page. It is not actually in the footer. There is a difference between the two. Okay, so what I want to do for this step is to highlight this web address, and I'm going to cut it, or Control X. Back over to the directions. It says select the text ASPCA, pet statistics, and format it as a hyperlink and paste the web address you cut in the previous step. Back over to my document. I'm going to highlight this text. I'm going to make it a hyperlink by clicking on the chain here. And I will paste, Control V, the web address that I just used, or just cut. I'm going to apply that to make those words a hyperlink. Now that you've done that, you are ready to submit your work through Google Drive. Your document should look very similar to this as you submit it.